All right, happy April 22nd, young true believers of San Jose State University. So the assigned reading for the day, I'm gonna post that on Canvas for you. Is from Susan Feagin, and the article, it's not in our text. It's called "The Pleasures of Tragedy," and the question that Feagin posts, the question she asks, is one that has ancient origins. It goes back to Aristotle at the very least, and the question is, how is it rather that we can enjoy tragedy and not be ghoulish or morbid, right? Um, Tragedy, as you well know, is an art form, often or invariably characterized as the opposite of comedy. A comedy, in a traditional sense, simply meaning a story that has a happy ending, not necessarily funny, although it can be that as well. But tragedy is a literary form that presents the rise of a character, someone of a noble character, a noble personality, an honorable person who suffers a downfall. In some instances, the downfall is redemptive. They're able to regain their honor. But in many instances, historically, one thinks of, for example, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar with the character of Brutus, right? His downfall ends in his death. So the question is, how can we enjoy stories of people experiencing downfalls and losing all their reputation, their title, and even their life, and not be ghoulish? And Fagin has a very interesting thesis. Her thesis is that it isn't the case that we enjoy tragedy because we're voyeuristic and we suffer from what Germans refer to. There's a German term, Schadenfreude, which is it's gaining currency in English. It's a German term that means taking delight in someone's suffering. So it's different from the English sadism, which has a sexual connotation. Schadenfreude is the delight that someone feels when you hear that someone you dislike or you disagree with has suffered a an unfortunate turn of events. Their luck has gone bad, and you feel delight in that. So Fagin argues it's not the case that we enjoy tragedy for those reasons. Rather, we enjoy tragedy because we need to be reminded from time to time, and certainly now is as good a time as any to be reminded of this, that we are good people and that we are outraged, rightly and justly outraged by injustice, by misfortune, and we need something to make us. We need a medium, a form of art in this case, that evokes those emotions. And Aristotle traditionally talked about the appeal of tragedy being that of catharsis. In other words, when you saw a tragic play performed, you you knew you were in a safe place to purge yourself, to rid yourself of your negative emotions. It was acceptable in the ancient Greek theater to get rid of those emotions. That's what literally what catharsis means, purging. But on Fagin's account, it's a way to remind you that you're a good person and that you are rightly outraged by injustice.